What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't.
I don't know where I can't go.
Or won't pay it back.
I can't pay it. I can't pay it.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
You're a livid little yellow twat.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Please open the door.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
In dramatic situations.
I'll break your glasses.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
We've got nowhere to go.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's like threatening.
And their possessions.
Will it be all right to tow it behind a transit?
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off me.
They'll take it away. Last year, over 100,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales. With an average value of nearly £3,500, creditors are increasingly turning to the High Court to get their money back. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents. They travel thousands of miles every week, collecting debts and seizing goods. Today, they're on their way to a dog kennel business in Crewe, Cheshire, to recover a debt of over £3,000 owed to a supplier.
Where are we off to, Vic?
We are off to Thermal Dog Kennels.
Wonder if the owner's called Jack Russell.
No, he's actually called David. It's David Routledge.
If company director David Routledge can't or won't pay today, the agents can remove goods from his business to cover the value of the debt.
I reckon it's one of these little out units. Thermal Dog Kennels. Hello there. We're after Mr. David Routledge. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I need to speak to Mr. Routledge. Is that yourself?
I'm one of the Routledges. Which one do you want?
David.
Which one? There's two of them.
Right, okay.
Director of the company.
Director of Thermal Dog Kennels.
He's not here.
Right, okay. Are you able to get him on the phone?
No.
We're High Court enforcement agents. We're here to take control of goods.
What goods?
The goods that are in the premises at the moment.
Thermal Dog Kennels. I haven't got any goods.
Right, okay. Well, you'd need to get him on the phone.
What's Thermal Dog Kennels supposed to owe?
Well, the total amount at the moment, so you need to get Mr. Routledge on the phone.
No, I can't. It's not
No,
available.
okay, that's fine. Can you start doing an inventory of goods?
This Mr. Routledge claims he isn't the David Routledge, director of the debtor company they're looking for.
You need to start cooperating with us, sir.
No, come on, gentlemen.
No, carry on doing what we're doing, sir.
You are not. You're leaving
We are.
this premises.
No, we're not.
Please. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not trespassing at all. I'm not.
Please,
No, please don't touch me. Don't
I'll
touch me.
touch you. I'll do more than touch you. I don't care who you are or what you're doing. There is nothing here of Thermal Dog Kennels. If you look at the record...
Can you stand back, please, sir?
No, I will
Can you
not stand back. Will you leave our premises?
I'm not going anywhere, sir.
You're not going our premises? Right. Right, come on. Let's see who can saw to first.
Mr. Routledge, the on company's house is still active, sir, and it's ready.
Can you stop leaning on me,
Yes.
please, sir?
No, I won't. We'll leave these premises. Move this man out
Yeah,
of the
no,
way.
it's fine. You can talk to me, sir.
For a start, High Court enforcement is nothing but a company. You're not a High Court. I want to
What?
see.
Sorry, sir.
I want to see your Bailey certificate for a start.
No problem at all, sir.
Come on, let me see it.
There you go,
And then
sir.
I want to see the writ and the authority to come into.
Who are you, sir?
Who am I?
Who are you?
I'm me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So I'm not showing you anything, sir.
Right, and I'm not.
Okay.
And I'm telling you to leave.
And I'm
these
not going
premises.
anywhere until you cooperate with us.
Well, I don't have to cooperate with you.
Exactly, sir.
I've told you. That
Okay,
these are
so
the
what I'll
premises.
do is I'll continue doing my job
You will you?
until you start cooperating with us, sir.
I'm not cooperating
Okay.
with you because you're.
Okay? Don't touch me again.
I won't more
Do
than
not
touch
touch
you.
me again.
I
I will
find
have
you
you arrested. I'll
Have
find
me
you
arrested.
arrested.
Go on.
Okay.
I'm a 72-year-old gentleman
You're
with a
acting.
heart complaint. And do you think the police are going to be very interested in me when they see a big burly thug like you
Well,
threatening
can I not
me?
spit in my face, sir, please?
Yes. It's nothing to what else will be in your face. You carry on.
Sometimes when you work in pairs, one person gets more abuse than the other. We get it every day, every single day. And it doesn't bother us. I don't go home crying at night because someone says they don't like me. I'll move on to the next job and get over it. Why are you being like this, sir?
Why am I like this?
Why are you being like this,
Because
sir?
it's quite clearly there are notices all over the place. I tell you, this has nothing to do with thermal dog
Well,
kennels.
you need to work with us then, sir.
Mr. Routledge claims that Thermal Dog Kennels is not based at the address and is nothing to do with him.
We have hundreds of companies that have got registered office here.
Okay.
I find your whole attitude aggressive and unimportant.
I'm sorry, sir. Haven't you just tried to push me out the building?
Yes,
I'm in my personal space, sir.
Come on, I want you to have me arrested. I want you to charge me. Come on.
Do you mind
Come
getting
on,
away from
big man. Come on, big man. Come on. You can't, can you? Because you're a living little yellow twat.
You can tell signs of when people are going to be aggressive just by the way that the body language is, by the way that they get into your personal space immediately. And you've got to think one step ahead of trying to get this message clearly to them that regardless what behaviour is going to happen, we're going to be doing the job, we're going to be executing the writ.
Just step aside, I'll have a convo with you. All right?
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning.
I'm quite happy to show you a series of events which will show there's lots of companies with registered
Right.
addresses here.
Right.
Yes, but that man was
That's
at his
fine.
premises.
That's fine,
Now,
sir. He can deal with me. He
Yes,
can deal with
yes,
me.
I think
Oh,
you're
you
quite
can.
reasonable.
We can go in the back and in your office.
With the situation escalating, Stuart talks to the police.
Have him out of the place.
As we've gone to do an inventory of goods, he's becoming very aggressive, trying to throw us out the building. So we're here to continue our job regardless of the situation.
Vic takes Mr. Routledge aside to try and find out more about the company that owes the money.
Is David, is he your son?
Yes.
Okay.
So David Senior.
Right, both. Okay, that's fine. Were they trading from here at some point before?
Yes. It's ceased trading probably 2 years ago. But it filed accounts at company's house, but it has no assets at all. It's just a trading company.
Just as Vic seems to be making progress, Stuart's arrival changes Mr. Routledge's attitude.
Why is he still on the premises?
I'm not going anywhere, sir.
Another man arrives in the office.
Jonathan, this man's totally intimidated me, and he's threatened me.
Have I threatened you, sir?
Yes,
I think you need to calm down, sir.
That he is a disabled person with a serious heart condition, and that your threats here can
What threats?
actually invoke into a heart attack.
What threats are that, sir?
Well, it's simply led by your intimidation, by the
Yes,
sound
you
of
are
it.
intimidated.
By
I'm
the
here to
sound
do
of
my
it.
job, sir.
Yes, you're not.
If you want to cooperate,
You're intimidating.
do you want to cooperate, sir?
Look, I told you,
Cooperate.
right, you are intimidated. I don't have to cooperate with you.
That attitude, sir, is getting you through here. Right, ignore what I'm saying then, sir. Ignore what I'm saying, sir.
Would you please get this man out?
I'm not going anywhere, sir, so you can deal with
You're
it.
not going to get anywhere.
I'm not going
aren't you?
anywhere, sir.
Right, we'll see about that. Out.
No, Mr.
No,
calm
get
down,
out.
Calm down, sir.
I
Calm
want to
down.
get him out. Get him out.
I'm not going anywhere,
Get him
sir.
out. Come on. You shouldn't have this one.
Go.
either.
Get off.
Oh, violence now. Oh, the clenched fist then.
Where?
Clenched
Where?
fist. No, I'm having you now.
How?
Oh, yes. You're clenched fist.
How?
You're going to hit me out.
With the threats escalating, will Stuart and Vic be able to get the £3,000 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Cheshire with a writ to recover £3,000 from a company called Thermal Dog Kennels.
We're after Mr. David Routledge.
The man they met, Mr. Routledge, had the same surname as the company director of Thermal Dog Kennels, but denied that he was him.
Are you able to get him on the phone?
Mr. Routledge didn't want to cooperate.
Now, come on, gentlemen.
No, carry on doing what we're doing, sir.
He then tried to get Stuart out of the premises.
Come on, big man. Come on. You can't, can you? Because you're a living little yellow twat.
Then another man arrived. Tensions rose and Mr. Routledge made threats against Stuart.
Calm down, sir.
Get off. Get off.
Oh, violence now. Oh, the clenched fist then.
Whoa.
No, I'm having you now.
Now the agents need to calm the situation down so they can resolve this complicated case. Stuart takes the man who recently arrived to one side.
We're here to speak to David Routledge.
The David Routledge that you're after is up in North.
We need to speak to him, and we need to see some documentation for what actually belongs to this company. Who are you, sorry, sir?
My name's John Routledge. I'm the owner of all this stuff here.
John Routledge tells the agents he's the director of an entirely different dog kennel business, trading from the same address. If this is the case, the agents won't be able to seize any assets. but they need proof.
This is a lease agreement for the goods that are owned on lease here to Animal Housing Solutions.
The lease proves that a new business, Animal Housing Solutions, is indeed trading from the address, as John Routledge says. And the equipment on the premises is hired out from a different company. The assets on site don't belong to Thermal Dog Kennels, and so they can't be seized.
I'm just looking at this.
But as the company named on the writ is still listed as trading from the address, the agents have the right to stay on the premises to conclude their inquiries.
I now require you now to leave these premises, please.
We won't be leaving, sir.
Get out through that door now.
The problem is they're still active on company's houses trading from here. That's the problem we're sitting with today.
The company's house is only just simply there as an entity, exactly.
The active address is here on company's house. It shows that it's here.
Yes.
We didn't make up that information.
Despite John Routledge's protests, the agents won't leave until they've tried to find out where the director of Thermal Dog Kennels, David Routledge, is.
So is the defendant we're looking for, which is not trading from here, that's your dad?
No, he's my dad.
Is this your dad?
Yes.
Is it your brother then?
Yes.
Right.
Who's up north?
Where about?
He's up in Leeds.
Have you got a contact number for him?
Yes, but we're not going to give it to you.
With no company assets there to seize, and no help from the family in contacting David Routledge Jr., Stuart and Vic have no choice but to leave empty-handed.
All right, see you later. The issue we got is it's Thermal Dog Kennels, and when we walk in there, there's kennel equipment. There's cages, there's photos of dogs.
It's just the way they came across, you know, they weren't forthcoming with any information. They know the person, it's obviously family. We'll just take it through our trace department.
And see where we end up.
Over the last 3 years, homelessness among ethnic minority communities has risen much faster than in the general population. This dramatic increase has caused a huge rise in the number of households from minority communities living in temporary accommodation. Barnet, North London. High Court enforcement agent Steve Pinner and his son Ben are on their way to carry out an eviction.
We have a writ of possession. We are going to a flat in Brunswick Park Road.
A notice of eviction has already been sent to the tenant by the county court, but the landlord has upgraded it to the High Court to speed up the process.
Let's see what we can do.
The tenant has been living in the flat for over 4 years. She's in rent arrears, but Ben and Steve aren't instructed to collect payment. They are here to repossess the property today.
It's that one with the extension lead going out the house.
That's to use the communal electric. That's running through a letterbox. That's dangerous.
Sometimes we see something like an extension lead coming out of the letterbox. You know before you get into the flat there's something not right, whether it's with the person or even the property. There is something not correct.
Hello? Hello, madam. My name's Ben. I'm a High Court enforcement officer. I've been sent to repossess the property, madam. Would you like me to unplug the plug before you open the door? Hello? I'm going to unplug the plug, yes? Okay, if you want to open the door now.
Why are you coming here?
I'm here by the High Court to repossess the property, to evict you, madam. I have the relevant paperwork if you'd like to open the door.
I didn't receive any quota.
Okay, madam, this conversation will be much easier if you open the door. Would you like to open the door?
I didn't receive any.
Okay, madam, I'm not having any further conversation until you open the door.
Any zoning order?
Yes, if you can read it through that spy hole. No, madam, open the door. This is just getting ridiculous. Or I can have the door opened for you if you don't want to open it for me. I'd much prefer you to open it, though. That's better. This is the paper. This is from the High Court. And what happens is, you have an hour now to collect some personal effects, medication, items to last you a few days.
I didn't receive before.
Madam, OK, let me explain. You was ordered by the county court to leave, and you didn't leave. The client...
No, I don't have a...
Madam, hold on. You did have a court order. It was an order of possession, saying that you should leave by a said date. Obviously, because you didn't leave, the client has asked to transfer it to the High Court. Rather than transferring it to the county court bailiff to come, we are coming instead. We'll have to leave the door open, though. I need to come in. I don't want to... What's behind the door? Wow. Do you live here on your own? Have you got anyone that can come and help you?
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything? Have you started to pack already, or...?
Yeah, something I read.
Ben leaves the tenant to pack, but as he looks around the flat, he's in for a shock.
Wow, this is something else. It's just like a version of hoarding. There's this rubbish everywhere. I don't know how people can live like this. But everyone goes through life differently. When you go down the council, madam, speak to them about arranging people to come and collect all of this.
Steve decides to investigate the power cable that came through the letterbox.
Everything is run off the communal electricity. The fridge, hot plate, microwave, there's probably no lights.
There's 3 microwaves, one there, 2.
Yeah, I know. Try a light switch, the electric won't work. Told you. The boiler's not on, obviously.
Is there no electricity in this flat, madam? How comes?
Not only light, electricity. Everything is broken.
Yeah, but this is the electricity from outside, isn't it? When you enter a property, you're looking for things that might be out of the ordinary. Sometimes they're boxes all stacked up, food stacked up, no utilities in no lights working, and things like that, which brings you to the point where the tenant may be vulnerable or not sure of themselves. So you have to be very careful.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you, sir.
As the tenant continues to pack, the landlord's agent arrives.
We're in talking to her, explained the situation to her, told her that she has an hour to get her personal effects together, and she's going to have to come back and clear that out.
If you'd like me to show you.
Okay. I mean, we've been trying to reason with her for... The owners are in the States at the moment, and I managed the property when we've been able to, but she's not allowed us in.
The electricity doesn't work.
She's not allowed us in for a safety certificate.
She has an extension lead running off outside for everything.
We've been pleading with her through the letterbox, and we've never forced entry, ever. We've said, look, let us help you. For your safety, we need to get... You're not coming. She's screaming at the owners of the flat, and it's their property. They're trying to help her.
Ben is concerned about the tenant's welfare.
Have you got anywhere to take all of this stuff to, madam? You don't have a place. I just don't know what you're going to do with all of this. I really don't. Because you've got quite a lot of stuff. You need everything. You're going to need to make arrangements to come back and get all of this. But it's not going to be a quick process. Have you got not family or friends that can come and help you? No. When you evict vulnerable people, it's hard because we don't know if they're going to get the help they need, whether that's down to the fact that they won't ask for it or the fact that they simply aren't getting the help from the necessary authorities. Madam, I understand this is very distressing for you, but we need to sort of work out a game plan of what you're going to do in your next steps. Would you like me to help you? Would you like me to lift that over?
Can I help in any way? Oh, that's really heavy.
Is there anything else you need to take, madam? No?
Have you got the piece of paper he gave you? You need that if you're going to the council.
The tenant is now homeless. She must appeal to the local council for emergency accommodation.
What about all your other stuff in the property? If you explain to the council... I said to her, you need to go to the council, you need to do this, you need... She says, don't care, doesn't matter.
She will not have gone to the council. I can almost guarantee she... I don't know where she's gone.
Go then?
Well, she will just go to... if she knows somebody or somewhere, or I don't know. That's what's so sad about it.
The tenant must collect the contents of the flat within a month, or she could lose all her possessions for good.
As you can see, we're going to be at least another month before we can legitimately remove all of her stuff. That puts another month on top of before we can start any refurbishment work. So, you know, it goes on.
The eviction is complete.
I need you to sign this just to say that we've been here, done what we're supposed to do.
But Steve and Ben are still concerned about the tenant. They take an unusual step and decide to try and track her down.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down there and have a look down there, see if we can get round that way. See if she's sitting, but I don't think she will be. It's always difficult if you have to evict someone that's a vulnerable person, because if they're that vulnerable, they may not understand the situation. So somebody has to try and get them to understand it. She just disappeared. She might have got a bus. But what can we do? You know, you can only do so much. You know, we're struggling to find her.
After driving around the area, there's no sign of the tenant.
I don't know what's going to happen to her. Now she's disappeared, and will she go to the council? She didn't seem that bothered when we said about going to the council. Will she be sleeping on the streets tonight? I feel like I need closure. I need to know where she's gone, or if she's okay. But I don't know what more I can do to try and find her.
I mean, we've done the job that we've been paid for, but then there's us personally as people think, you know, yes, the job's the job, but at the end of the day, we hope they're going in the right direction to get help and move onwards.
Steve and Ben have faced an emotional eviction. But in Stuart and Vic's next case, they meet a debtor in denial.
I swear on my son's life, I have not received no paperwork.
You don't need to swear on anyone's life, sir.
Who pushes their patience to the limit.
Don't kick my furniture. Don't kick my furniture.
I'm not kicking any furniture.
Don't
again.
kick the furniture.
Do not touch me again,
Don't
sir.
kick...
The number of county court judgments issued against consumers in England and Wales has reached the highest level since the financial crisis in 2008. By the end of the decade, personal debt is set to reach £2.5 trillion, with each adult in the UK owing an average of nearly £50,000. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in the Worcestershire countryside.
The Malvern Hills, Vic. The Malvern Hills.
They're on their way to collect a debt from a man who purchased a car engine from an online auction website, but failed to pay the seller.
We are going to see Mr. Clive Herbert, 3,200.
And who's it owed to? A private individual?
Yeah.
2, 3. Aha, here we are.
Where the defender is.
If Mr. Herbert can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize personal assets to offset the debt. nobody seems to be at home. So Vic decides to do some detective work.
Morning.
Hello.
Mr. Herbert, have you got a contact number for him? Thank you very much. I'll give him a ring.
Vic gets the debtor, Mr. Herbert, on the phone.
Hi, is that Mr. Clive Herbert? Hi, morning, sir. My name is Mr. Victor. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Would you be able to return to the property?
No.
No. I've got a High Court writ here, sir, with outstanding balance of £3,219.27.
What's this for? I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't even received any court papers for it.
Well, you've got my number. I'm going to give you 20 minutes to raise the funds. If not, we will be funding transport, sir, to remove the vehicles on the drive.
They don't belong to me. They belong to my son. You can't take stuff that doesn't belong to you.
The outstanding balance that needs to be paid in full is £3,219.27.
No, it doesn't even see. It's not even £2,000.
It's been oh, so you know about it then?
Yes, I know about it.
Well, no, but you just told me 5 minutes ago you know nothing about it. So I'm not.
I haven't received the paperwork from the court. I'm appealing against the case.
So I've got an active High Court writ here.
No. You are doing things wrong.
Oh, no, sir. Far from it.
Then you can come and take my stuff.
You've got my number. I'll give you 20 minutes and I'll give you a call back.
No, you can't.
I can't understand why people think they can tell me what I can and can't do. I don't go around to people's work and tell them what they can and can't do.
While they wait for Clive to return home, Stuart runs a vehicle check on the cars in the driveway.
Can someone put me through to HPI, please?
They are valuable assets, and if they're owned by Mr. Herbert and free of finance, the agents can take them away if he doesn't pay today.
Land Rover Defender 110, it should be. All right, cheers, Ed. Thanks very much, mate. Bye. Free of finance.
Yeah, this one is on eBay for $12,750.
Both cars are free of finance.
You, my friend, are being seized. It's always a major benefit of coming to a property and realising that there is a valuable asset sat on the drive that's free of finance. That means you've got something to barter against.
Stuart calls Mr. Herbert back to give him an update.
Hello, is that Mr. Herbert?
Speaking.
Mr. Herbert, my name's Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
I've just been speaking to the police. I'm on there right now.
Okay.
You haven't got the correct paperwork, Ben.
How have we not got the correct paperwork? So we've got a High Court writ.
They said you can't take nothing away.
Says who?
The police.
You do know that the police are only here for breach of the peace, so they're not here to stop us doing our job.
They're on their way now.
No problem at all, so we'll speak to you shortly. Are you making your way back?
I'm on my way there to you now.
Okay, we'll look forward to seeing you shortly.
Stuart and Vic wait for Clive and the police to arrive. But then, Clive's son turns up.
Hello there, sir. Take it you're the son, are you? Yeah, we're High Court enforcement agents. Your dad said he's on his way back. Payment needs to be made. If not, goods are getting removed, including the Defender.
That's mine.
Is it? Have you got any documentation for it?
I have got documentation for that.
Are you able to go and grab it?
Yeah, I can.
Cheers, mate.
If Clive's son can prove the cars on the driveway belong to him, the agents won't be able to seize them.
Have you got a receipt for it?
No, we haven't got receipts for anything. We don't do receipts.
The son has logbooks, but these are not proof of ownership. With no receipts, the vehicles can be seized.
It will be removed then.
You ain't taking them.
No, we don't have to, but we need payment.
The agents have been on the property for 45 minutes, and there's still no sign of Mr. Herbert. Then, the police arrive.
Morning, officers. Got a High Court writ to take control of goods unless payment's been made.
I think he's under the impression it's still in court.
No, the CCJ's been awarded against him, so it's now a writ of control, which means if the full balance is not paid, we will be removing goods.
Stuart turns detective and finds keys to other cars. He walks down the road to see if there are signs of any other vehicles.
I'm just waiting now to see what he turns up in. There's keys inside for a 2011 Chevy Camaro. There's also a 55 plate Range Rover Vogue.
But then Mr. Herbert turns up on foot.
Mr. Herbert, Mr. McCracken, High Court Enforcement Agent. My colleagues are with the police at the moment just regarding this outstanding writ, sir.
I just rung the court. They said that I got every right to appeal. Then
you got every right to appeal, sir, yeah. Well, at the moment, it's still active.
Well,
so we're here now to collect a payment or take control of goods, sir.
Well, the stuff don't belong to me.
What about the goods inside your property, sir?
Eh?
What about the goods inside your
Belongs
property?
to my son.
Belongs to everything?
Yeah, everything belongs to my son.
Everything?
Yeah.
Right, OK. So I'm here to take control of goods, sir, which we will be doing unless payment's made.
If all this stuff belongs to my son, you can't take nothing.
Yes, I will take it, and you've got 7 days to prove to the court.
You can't take anything if it belongs to...
Sir, I need to make you aware, if your appeal goes through, you get your money refunded. But the fact of the matter is, we're here now to execute a writ of control.
Hey, can they take stuff?
Is this your address?
Yeah, what's my address?
Yeah.
But the stuff, everything belongs to him.
In this job, you've got to think, are they being truthful? Are they being honest? Are they actually at this address? What goods do they actually own? And that's the exciting part of the job.
Mr. Herbert finally starts to discuss the debt with the agents.
I bought an engine for £2,000 off eBay. We put it in the van. The engine was scrap, right? So I paid on credit card and I stopped the payment. And he went to court to get his £2,000, right? And they went against me in court.
As you've just come now, and I understand it's a bit of a shock, so what I'll be doing is I'll be giving you a further 20 minutes to raise some funds. If not, I'll be ringing recovery for the removal of that Defender 110 and the computer equipment that you've got.
Can they do this? If they court, you've got to send me some sort of...
We have done, sir.
I haven't received any paperwork.
Right, paperwork has been sent.
Can you prove it then? I swear on my son's life, I have not received no paperwork.
You don't need to swear on anyone's life. That's your notice of enforcement, sir, and that's when it was sent. We're here to execute a High Court writ of control, which we will be doing unless payment's made.
With the deadline set, Stuart starts to make an inventory of goods.
Don't kick my furniture. Don't kick my furniture.
I'm not kicking any furniture.
Don't
again.
kick the furniture.
Do not touch me again, sir.
Don't kick the furniture.
I advise you do not touch me again.
Off my chair.
I'm in the middle of taking control of goods, sir.
No, stand up then. Stand up. I have asked you politely to get off the chair.
I will do, yes, but if you touch me again, sir.
Let's not escalate things, eh? There's no need for it.
When you're faced with an aggressive confrontation, the thing that you've got to think about is, what am I going to do to get this resolved? So being calm and controlling with the situation leaves you still in control, and that's when they're going to start thinking, right, he's not leaving. I best start thinking about getting a payment together.
Mr. Herbert still maintains that all the goods in the house belong to his son.
He's taken a computer. It doesn't belong to him.
Well, we need to see some evidence then, sir. I've already explained this to you.
It's Scott's computer.
Yeah, well, we need to see some evidence of that, sir.
But as the agents start to remove assets, Mr. Herbert's attitude suddenly changes.
And how much is it then? How much you want?
Total amount outstanding, sir, is £3,957.
I don't even know £2,000.
Yeah, but sadly, sir, it's gone to the High Court.
Been transferred to the High
So you are liable for High Court charges.
£1,000?
More
It's a
than
little bit more than that, sir.
Hey?
3,900, almost 4,000.
£4,000?
£3,950.
County court costs and High Court fees have almost doubled the debt.
I can't make that much payment.
No, we need the full amount, sir.
So if I give you a cheque there, you'll go?
No.
It'll have to be cleared funds, sir.
Debit
card, fax transfer.
The agents have been at the house for almost 2 hours. Mr. Herbert has finally agreed to raise the cash.
See if this card works.
Can you take a payment for me, mate, please?
Right, so that's gone through. I've written down your authorization code. We'll see on your bank statement. Right, we'll be on our way. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day.
Mr. Herbert is unhappy about paying the debt and the additional costs.
I am the victim here. Somebody sold me an engine for £2,000. He's got his £2,000 for a scrap engine. I've gone to court, lost it. I'm absolutely gutted. And now I've paid £4,000. If that isn't daylight robbery, is that justice for you?
Stuart and Vic got the result they came for.
The defendant paid on credit card, thought he got clever, phoned the bank and cancelled it. 10 out of 10 for the claimant. He went down the right route, went through the legal system, and we went there today and we got what we were asked to do.
So he can kick and scream all he wants about this, but at the end of the day, justice has been served.
Non-payment of rent remains the biggest problem facing landlords across the country, with the number of tenants in severe rent arrears continuing to rise. 37% of landlords have experienced rent arrears in the last year, forcing many to apply to have their tenants evicted. Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are on their way to carry out an eviction. The landlord's agent claims the tenant, David Unali, hasn't paid rent for 7 months.
Let's go.
He's at the property to meet Paul and Steve.
Hello, sir. I'm Paul. We've now got the paperwork from the court, so we'll go into action. Okay. Just give us a few minutes, so if he is in, that few minutes of you not being there is quite helpful.
No problem at all.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay.
Paul and Steve aren't here to collect the arrears. They're here to evict Mr. Unali today. But this eviction isn't going to be straightforward. The agents have been given a key by the landlord to access the property.
Mr. Unali?
But there's a problem.
Might be a key in it. There's definitely a key in there. Mr. Unali!
The door has been locked from the inside.
Mr. Unali! I just have to gain access another way, i.e. force it.
It seems Mr. Unali has locked himself in the flat.
Mr. Unali, we're High Court enforcement. Will you open the door, please? Well, we need to get the locks and up here.
Have a quick word
with the agent.
He decides if we just bring a couple of bars up.
Yeah, OK.
While Steve goes to talk to the landlord's agent about forcing entry, Paul gives the tenant an ultimatum.
You open the door, please, or we're going to break in. We're not going to go away, so will you please open the door? Tenants always want to buy more time because this is Judgment Day. They bury their head in the sand. This is never going to happen. And from the knock on the door, they know that this is going to happen.
We've been asked if we could just hold on, breaking the door down. So, the gentleman's going to try and talk to him.
The landlord's agent tries to get Mr. Unali to open the door.
David? Hello, David?
There's still no answer. So the landlord's agent gives Steve the go-ahead to break in.
Just need to take it off. We'll get them to come repair it.
He owes you £6,000, doesn't he?
He owes us in total $7,800.
How many months rent?
He hasn't paid anything since last June.
Why have you been so patient?
Well, he said that he's had some issues with illness and this, that and the others. Then he said that he's got money coming from his parents. Then we said, OK, fine, you know, we'll wait on for that. And then he just refuses to pay.
Paul and Steve have no option but to force entry.
You gonna open the door now? No?
But even if they get into the flat, will they be able to get the tenant out? Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner were in Tooting, South London, carrying out an eviction.
Mr. Unali!
The tenant, David Unali, locked himself into his flat.
There's definitely a key in there.
The agents tried to persuade him to open the door.
We're not going to go away, so will you please open the door?
With no response, Steve started to break in.
You gonna open the door now? No? Hello, good morning. We're High Court Enforcement and we come to repossess your property today. It would have been nice if you'd have opened the door for us. OK, so you understand why we're here?
Can I have a couple of these?
No. Can I explain it? I'm telling you what's now going to happen. You've got half an hour to get personal effects in a bag, only half an hour, and you'll be evicted. After that, you'll have to make an arrangement with the landlord, who I think has been eminently fair with you, and we can see what he's up against because we've had to break into it today. It is now 20 to 1, 10 past 1, you're out. So just do it. Get on and do it.
Make an arrangement with the landlord to come back at another day in the next few days to clear the rest of your stuff out.
Start packing.
Paul and Steve want to get Mr. Unali out of the flat as quickly as possible.
Make sure you have passports, identification, any medication that you're going to need for a couple of days, and then you can make the arrangement to come back and collect the rest of your stuff.
The flat is crammed with Mr. Unali's belongings. He has a right to return for a few hours later in the week to collect them, but he says he needs more time.
I just need 2 days, you know.
I can't do it. You're not allowed back in the building. If I find out from any of the tenants that you come back into the building or into the courtyard.
I just ask if you say no.
Will you listen to me, please? You need to get some friends here to help you pack your things up, because this man is only going to allow 4 hours for you to move your stuff.
Mr. Unali wants a couple of days to clear his stuff, but having not received any rent for 7 months, the landlord has run out of patience.
I haven't received one single penny of rent from this place since June. That's unfair. You have to understand that.
I understand that. I do.
I'm trying to help you as much as possible. I try to be as nice as possible. Okay? So you've got until Saturday, until 12 o'clock, and that's it. 12 to 4, that's it. You don't have anything after that. I'm sorry.
That's not right.
I always remember the fact that there are two sides to the coin, and I don't really understand the mindset of tenants who think that it's OK not to pay the rent and for them not to consider the landlord's dire straits.
Mr. Unali finally starts to pack.
It affected us quite a lot. I mean, it's nearly £8,000 that he owes us. And now with court fees and everything else, you're looking at around about, £9,000-10,000 that year in total that it's cost us just to get him out. But, it's irrelevant to him. He doesn't care. It's our own fault that we, trusted him. But, you live and learn.
Mr. Unali's time in the flat is up, but he's still worried about how he's going to move all his belongings.
I'm not sure I can do it Saturday,
You have to speak to the landlord.
He said on Saturday nothing.
Just make it work then.
Huh?
Just make it work.
Yeah, I don't know how. I'm having problem everywhere. It seems everything is going to fucking rubbish. Everything is going to hell.
Mr. Unali is now homeless.
If you look at the costs of the eviction, the landlord's probably nearer £9,000 down the pan. And this guy has mistaken kindness for weakness and has taken advantage. These proceedings have gone on since last July. So I haven't got much sympathy with him, because it's never going to be the right day and it's always going to be somebody else's fault. You can't change the mindset of people like that.
Next time, Brian meets a distressed debtor.
Oh, you can't take it. Please let me get home.
Who puts him in a dilemma.
The problem I've got now is I need a large payment today.
Paul makes a surprise discovery.
There's a whole load of tellies here, this big and this big.
And gets shut out of a volatile eviction.
I don't leave.
You Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away is back next Wednesday at 9. Next tonight, a fire-damaged home that's not fit to live in, or so we think, in New Nightmare Tenants, Slum Landlords. Over on 5 Star, it's not dirty talk, it's fact-filling. We cut through the noise and get to the truth in New Sex Pod. While on 5 USA, the first in a double from the ever-powerful Law & Order Special Victims Unit.